if somebody's here. I don't know. I just first time streaming live. Okay, hello Timisk. So we have, I have at least you. Okay, so let's see. I don't have too many time, but let's see. Yeah, first live stream. Live stream is alive. I want to stand up after this session. Need to. No, I don't. Let's check this one. Let's check this one. I think with the 7 should be probably. So let's see. Yeah, let's see this one. So you was right. You was right. And 3-bet is so yeah, quite bad. Actually, I think in the good rake environment we can peel this one. And what about 7? Yeah, okay. So I missed something. I maybe 7-6-4. Yeah. So this type. So this is, we need this. It was mistaken. Be a pretty big one. Pretty big man. What about ace queen 6-5? Okay, so this is not too bad to 3-bet, but I think this is, I did it against Shorty today, like against 60 probably. I think against Shorty we should have more. Yeah, 10-7-6-5, this is kinda, even 10-7-6-4. Yeah, still quite solid. So yeah, this between 10 and 6 is too big gap to 3-bet this. What about Jack 7, Jack 6-5-4? Just call, so we don't need this. And with the 7, no, just as a muck. So Jack 7. Yes, this is kind of the bottom. Yeah, so let's check some hands of today's sessions. If you have any interesting ideas or questions, I would be happy to discuss it in live, which is first time for me. So let's do like this one on the button. I think should be a call, maybe on the cutoff, but on the MP a little bit too loose probably in this expensive rake place. 9-7-5. Yeah, this is too loose, like -20 big blinds. What about cutoff? And actually, Tim, is how do you think how important is pre-flop compared to post-flop? Can you check ace 10-10-8 hand? What are you button? Yeah, I would do it this form. After this, just want to check this to the button, and I would check the ace 10-10-8. So yeah, even on the button, this is actually fault against early position. Not too bad, so kinda need a 6. Actually, the 6 isn't so big game changer, but a little bit better. So it was actually MP where I 3-bet, if I am not wrong, ace 10. Yeah, this is correct. Even with the triple suit, and with the 7 is bad when it's just single suit. I think preflop is very important. I use a bit tighter styles than yours. Is it because you have some ideas where you can use it? Because like the pools play in tools, or why you doing this, Timisk? Because I always I had experimental a lot with this. Like I think I had a period where I'm playing around between 18 and 20 VPAP, and sometimes it was over 30. I had this experiment on 100 Zoom, and I remember it was a player from Poland who wrote me, do you really think that you can beat this field with this rake and with such high VPIP? I was I think it was wrong decision, but still, I always like to experiment with the styles and strategy. Just just be ready to back to the main ideas and not go too crazy for a long time. Okay. Like, these spots always confuse when you are so deep. I know, like, we are not really happy to go all in just with the single suit aces, but I think we can 3-bet and just peel against 4-bet. So let's see. We have probably just 200 big blinds deep in PLO trainer. Yeah, let's check this one. I prefer to have more equity percent post flop. I play in fields which do not adapt to a tighter style. I'm playing like 23, 18, 8. But I think it's, I would see. So I would show you here, like, this is the first line. This is my on the Russian cash on this challenge. So I'm pretty close. So yeah, it's just a little bit. Yeah, it's pretty close. Samples. So let's check aces here. And actually we are 3-betting most of them, yeah, so I'm mistaken quite. I think this is like the position means a lot. Let's check our hand, yeah. So yeah, we need 3-bet this, and what like if we 3-bet and faced 4-bet. So outside of PLO Russian cash, this 200 big blinds deep pots would happen not so often. So actually just go. Yeah, so like with most of our aces, we just go. We can just call for a bet, I assume. Oh wow. Yeah, just go in 200. And like in this we had almost 300 big blinds deep. So yeah, I don't know, I saw some maybe even here, I don't know, like I believe against this section we could potentially call many aces. Let's see, not too many, that's 15%. What about this one? So I saw some action where we actually call him, but not actually here. Strange. So maybe I missed something. Do we have bigger? No. Interesting one. What about small blind? How many do we? Okay, we are still 3-betting most of them, so I don't need to shine away. I think 250 is same as 200, though, regarding frequencies whenever I am at 75% with this combo. I usually opt to go 100%. Yeah, this is, yeah, like this is good simplify. Like when it's less 25, just go with a 0. So yeah, we need to be more aggressive with our aces in deep stacks. Actually, oh, I remember. I probably should be here. Early position against big blind. Yeah, so this one. I found it. So it's something special, yeah. Just like we are calling 57. Yeah, and here would be our hand would be just call. And it's kind of because the big blind don't have bluffing range here. It's just a couple of hands. I was like three betting just 2.3% of the hands. And like a few sessions ago, you wondered how to use your high suit blocker on turn. You didn't know whether to barrel or not. I did some research on it. Okay. I remember that hand. We kind of just had a pair with the kings and without anything relevant, just king high blocker. So should we follow there? We can probably check this in PLO trading as well. So yeah, aces just call the half of the time, and like without aces, kinda. Actually, we have some a little bit, yeah. Still have the best connection stuff, but against 3-bet, yeah, this is the key that we are calling many aces. And for me, it's interesting, like 57 here. What about MP? So just because we would be in position and playing by 1-1. So this is, I believe, the idea. And in our spot, it would be many players would be happy to jump in, and our aces lose a lot of playability. Yeah, here 50%. And against cutoff 34. So yeah, this is the idea. 21, not so many against bottom. The more showdown value you have, the less you bet the blocker. You still bet 30% of your king spade depending on board. Yeah, it was, I believe it was ace high. Yeah, ace high, we had the pair, and just that. That's it. And actually, for me, it's kind of interesting. I found pretty nice concept for me to. I want to know precisely what is my value, how thin can I go, and how many percent of value do I have, and then I would add the appropriate numbers of the bluffs, and even if these bluffs would be not like all solver improve, I still think the strategy would be okish. So, like, of course, we need to understand which bluff is the best, but the value and the equity is kind of the base, and then we will build our strategy with bluffs and just find them kind of intuitionally. It's more easy for me just not copy from the solver. It would be I can't understand all logic from it. It also could be tough, and don't have enough mindset to be like a solver. Okay, I just want to check against small blind. Do we have the same strategy? Yeah, probably the same. Okay. So when we're just 1 by 1, 200 big blinds deep, and in position, so this is the play. And what about 100 big blinds deep? Most of the aces would just go, probably. Yep. Okay. So here we have mostly pre-flop, king jack, so I will try to remember that hand, what you wrote, Timisk. So let's see this. It was, I think it was, have you found that in the GG pool people overfold with C4 bet? On iPoker I feel like some bots drastically overfold with C4 bets. No, it's it is not about GG. The people playing, I would say, how to say it, passive, lose passive pre-flop. So if they 3-bet, they don't like to fold against 4-bet. And if like there are quite a bit of cold calling 3 bets, and yeah, of course we should have some hands, but with this rake and many of them today it was kind of like a regular, but the button opened, I 3 bet from the small blind, and the big blind called with ace king 5-4 single suit. And this has happened here pretty often. So people really don't like to fold pre-flop when they already put some money to the pot. So let's find that. Yeah, I would try to simulate that situation. I think we were probably on the cutoff. With these bots, I'm thinking to not 4-bet my aces anymore. Okay, like, yes, this is interesting one. I actually like. I think that there are quite a bit bots on the iPoker could be, and I'm not a big expert to find them, but I just seen some special. I don't know, some special game against him, against them on the iPoker, like compared to Poker Stars Party or GG. So iPoker is something another pool with a little bit different people or maybe bots. So let's try to find some. I think we had some like this. So we had kind of like king, some 7-3 with nuts blocker. So we always bet this on the flop. And this is easy, but the turn was, I don't know, let's take the brick, the deuce. So like, do we need to continue this? So king 7-3. So actually, mostly not. So we just check back, and maybe actually this is that concept that you wrote, Timisk, that kings can be probably good enough to the showdown, and we need something like king, queen, for example, jack 7 with king of spades. So let's say without flush draw. So some is bet, some is betting, some is checking. Okay, let's see. King of spade without flush draw. Without aces, without eights, without sevens. Without deuces, without ace8, without ace7. So let's see what we have here. So yeah, betting some with ace. They kinda mergey. Usually I'm checking back this ace king 10-6. Hands. This is okay, yeah, this one I would bet, but with ace I'm mostly checking. The same with this one. Yeah. Okay, so this is kinda looks similar to that which we decided to bet, and yeah, how I told like before, I don't want to be precisely have the same bluffs like solver, just want to have the same amount of them. So yeah, so probably this kind of hands is bluffing enough. Just like 8. I don't know why 8 is better than 7. But here we have the 7-5. Okay. So you had the flush blocker. I also think it turned flush. Now, how I remember, it was though it was not kind of total blankish on the turn, but it wasn't flush on the turn. The flush came on the river, and I bluff my king for sure, and get called by some other flush. So king spade without spade spade. I think we mostly betting if we don't have some two pairs. Yeah. This is not a big surprise. For me, it was actually like, I think he should have, he has around 30% of flushes if he calling correct. No, even less, 20. So I mistake, yeah. So this is probably a good spot to bluff. Like, they have to peel enough of just to pair. Even ace queen. Is it here? Let's see. No, here we are almost. Oh, do we bluff something here? Oh, actually, yeah, something. This is weird. Yeah, just 2%. This is something weird, yeah. Like this is stuff which I don't understand. I actually think that it could be for value. It's kind of for value because yeah, I think it's kind of value bet. It's kind of value bet. We would never get the raise, and the opponent should call a lot of two pairs, like 33%, and it's like 17, yeah, around 17% of the hands. So like this top and some middle and bottom pairs, like this is, yeah, this is really interesting one. And actually, like when we are potting, we kinda want to be ahead around 20% at least over his range. So he has this 20% of flushes, and yeah, and actually the idea could, like, when we pot that one, he could potentially fold straight without flush blocker. So like we can get value from other two pairs and fold straight sometimes. So it's, and even set could fold sometimes. Yeah, it's kind of solver world. Okay, so let's take a few more, and I think it would be enough today. Just want to relax. Hope it would be better today for my body, but usually it's not taking just one day. So actually king jack 10-7 suit to the jack is like close open. And this I call the third one. I'm not sure about this, but let's see. Yes, this is not too loose, but just pretty close. Pretty close. So ace 10, 9, 7. Yeah, on the button we can defend. Okay, so let's take this one, the last. Always confusing to with this wrap on the turn against spot. So let's see. King 10-5. It's kind of just the mess, and I will take just one by one. So king 10. Let's take 6. Single raise spot. so check bet, call, blank, check pot. No, here, yeah, here would be call for sure because we are so deep. Yeah. But let's see how much do we ace check 7, for example. Yeah, still good equity. So yeah, against spot we have to continue on dry. And what about flush turn? So on the flush turn, we like, of course, you go in with a flush draw. Otherwise, you need ace. Ace. So like we need a blocker to bluff the flush. Yeah. Like and 7 isn't. Yeah. So we need kind of queen, jack or higher flush brokers, and we can peel this. If it, so let's see on this one first. What about the river? Let's see the jack, for example. Actually, not too many. Not too many. So we have 22% of trades. What about our opponent? Yeah, so we are kind of even behind on this. What about queen? Does it change something? I like the lead 13. Yeah. So not really. And what about 9? Since I feel like pull under bluffs the river. Yeah, could be for sure. And probably could be overfold the turn. Yeah, on the 9 we actually just pure check. What about ace? A little bit better, but still. Yeah, so here we have just 13%. And he would probably ahead. Yes, 16. So what I would like to see the let's see just blankish diamond. Do we did this one? Yeah, so on the diamond we are going much more. Yeah, so we would have 42% of flushes. Yeah, and he would probably check back a lot of his flush draw stuff on the turn. Not like some semi bluffs could be potentially checked back. Yeah. Yeah, so this is kind of, and if it would be straight, flush, river, straight and flush, yeah, the half to the lead. Yeah, okay. So have a nice time with your fiance, Boom Race. Thank you, Jimisk. And thank you everybody who watching me today. So tomorrow we would have Wednesday. I hope I would be alright to stream. So probably in the same place, in the same time. So have a nice Wednesday, Tuesday.